Smiling
Boom.
because
Boom.
are we live?
You're live.
We're really live right now. Awesome.
It says on here recording live on Facebook.
Yes. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to Beyond the Frame. My name's Jay Nephew, your technologically disadvantaged guest today because I still can't get it exactly right when we're going on. But I welcome my special guest today, Mr. Frank Desocio, President of BPAA. He's with us today to talk about programs. Oh, there we are. We are live. Okay. He's with us today to talk about programs that are available to help you through some of these times to business owners. Now, Frank, first of all, welcome to Beyond the Frame. Your first time being on here, hopefully not your last.
I hope not. I like it
no,
already.
I'm sure not. I'm going to be, I'll be using you for some fun stuff in the future, guaranteed on that. But, you know, what I want to talk about today is how we can digest all of this information that's coming in. I know we have such an engaged community with our bowling centers. These are people that are near and dear to us personally. We've known them for many, many years, and our life revolves around them, honestly, right?
Yes,
whether you're just a participating bowler or you're in the industry from an owner-operator perspective, it all blends together at some point in time. So we want to help our customers from Cubic AMF, your guests and customers with BPAA and other companies. It doesn't matter. It's not a time to be partisan here. It's a time to say, what can we do to help you guys be as successful as you can through this challenging time? And you guys hosted a webinar last week with the Best, Michael Best and Company.
Yes, Michael Best Strategies, yeah.
And you talked about the SBA, the Small Business Administration programs that were available. There's 4 programs that I saw on the website. One was the Paycheck Protection Program, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, EIDL loan, EID loan. Then the next one was the SBA Express Bridge Loan, and then of course the SBA Debt Relief Program. Now some of those fall under the CARES Act, as the way I understood it. But why don't you give us kind of like an overview of what you talked about on that webinar?
Well, I think the one program, the bridge loan one, I just don't see a lot of our guys, a lot of people in bowling going for that. I do think the majority of bowling people are going towards the PPP, which is the 2.5 times your payroll, forgive loan after 8 weeks. Tough getting it, not tough to get it, but they're just so overburdened. I mean, they're doing more SBA loans in one day than they do all year. But I have heard of a lot of people have gotten theirs approved, and now they're waiting to go to paperwork to get the money. And then they'll hire their employees back. One of the things I think is misunderstood on that one is they say, well, Frank, I've already laid off all my employees. No, or furloughed them. No, that's all right. As soon as you get paid, you bring them back on, and you'll be fine. Now, I'm not a legal expert or any of that, but they've been pretty upfront. And I've even said to most people, we don't know what we're going to see in 9 weeks. We really don't, Jay. Who knows what the government's going to see in 9 weeks? So I tell people, grab all you can grab. And if you have to give some of it back, great. But if not, who knows what they'll do. But I'd rather have the money in the bank waiting than to try to go chase it in 9 or 10 weeks. Hopefully we're out of this in 4 or 5 weeks, or at least parts of the country. But the PPP one's the best. The idle loan, I'm not sure if any, because it's a long-term loan. You're going to pay it back. I think most guys are looking for that 8-week to 12-week, get me down the road. And I think that's what they're looking for. I know some guys, which I don't really want to say on the show, are looking at that one, the idle one, as maybe a chance to do some remodeling caused by this. But I'm not sure, again, I'm not a legal expert, and I'm not sure how that all works out. We're going to get a ruling on it from Michael Best.
Good. Okay. Well, you bring up a good point. So from a Cubic AMF perspective and from a BPAA perspective, we are not legal experts, and we're not necessarily economic professionals here, or financial professionals, should I say. So you should consult with the professionals for your business to do what's right for your personal situation at all times.
I tell everybody, just go to your bank or go to whoever fills out or processes your taxes.
Absolutely.
Between those two people, they'll give you the proper direction on which loan to go get. They really will. And everybody I've told that to is not. The only problem we've had a couple times is they couldn't find a participating bank locally, whether they were in a small town. But then what you do then is you go in and you search preferred SBA lenders in your area. And then that
You
way,
got that.
and some
Preferred
guys are using Live
SBA
Oak.
lenders.
Yeah, preferred SBA lenders in your area, and that'll
Beautiful.
get you. And you don't have to bank with them; they don't even care. You don't have to
No,
bank with
because
them.
you're going to be a
Just
new
let them
customer to them in the long run. Yeah, absolutely.
and
Okay,
they know all
so
the tricks, which is good.
yeah, because we don't. And if you read if I tried to, I really wanted to understand some of these programs, so I could, I have friends that have centers and whatnot. And I wanted to like talk with them, like I knew what I was talking about. After about 10 minutes of reading through this, my eyes were glazing over, and I said, they're going to have to learn it on their own because I can't do it.
Yeah, it's tough. I'll tell you another one though, Jay, which is funny. And none of us found out till later. We didn't even read it in the bill. But if you have an SBA loan right now, if you have a 504 or a 7A, either one, the government is picking up your interest and principal for the next 6 months.
That's amazing.
And so when the banker called and told a friend of mine in Kansas City, he said, "Well, what do I need to come fill out?" He goes, "Believe it or not, nothing. SBA's paying it all."
That's amazing.
So there's stuff out there. We're also just trying to find it, and I think that's where the bank comes in for help, and then also your accountant or who processes your taxes.
And that's also where this community comes in. Your BPAA community, our Cubic AMF Beyond the Frame community. That's what we're here for. We're here to bring people together so you can share your stories. And what works for you may work for someone else. You may be in the same situations. So it's okay to get together and go, here's what I did. Here's how I got through this. Here's the kind of things I had to fill out and details I had to give. That sets me up for success down the road if I have to follow that process. So
I agree with you.
What else are you hearing from your members at BPAA? What kind of other assistance are they looking for right now?
I think once everybody gets through this, they're going to know what they're going to be doing. I think one of the concerns, which we haven't been able to give an answer out yet, is when if I bring these employees back on, and I'm not working or I'm not open, what are they going to do all day? So which is another issue. And so I do know some guys have been doing some unbelievable cleaning and painting. I talked to a guy yesterday in Omaha, and he said, "Frank, I've absolutely cleaned out every storeroom I had with my employees. We've repainted 2 of them. We're just every day. We might not work 8 hours, but we're getting a day in and we're getting projects done." And I think that's great.
That's exactly what I'm seeing.
Done, the biggest thing for our proprietors, we're all trying to figure out what do we do when we get back to work. What is it going to be like when we get to open? And I think that's still a little bit of an angst about it. But what do we do, and how are we going to help, or what can we do to drive business?
Well, you certainly can take advantage of this quote downtime, right? And like you said, that's smart of them to bring those employees in because they are keeping them employed and they're doing stuff. Yeah. Every bowling center that I am friends with, that I follow on social media, every single one of them is doing something. Some people are doing their preventative maintenance early. They're knocking out the annuals now because they know they've got a 2-week time frame. Some people are doing screen and recoat, the ones that still have wooden approaches. Some people are remodeling. What's her name? Oh my God, I can't remember her name all of a sudden. She had that weird beam coming down at her place. She ripped that all down and it looks beautiful, right?
Oh, that's great.
The guys at Hilltop, Deb and Scott Dodson, they had a step down bowling area and then step back up to the lane, that old 1970s.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of layout. And they just said, let's just put some trusses in here and fill it in. Boom. So they had the time to do that. There's literally 3 or 4 shows that we're going to do about deep cleaning your center, number one, and then remodeling or re-envisioning your center. And that doesn't always mean from a physical perspective, right? So you can take the time to look at your business model.
Absolutely.
How can I change this? This opportunity could lead to greater revenue and profits for me in the down road, because I now can say, when I open my doors back up again, I am going to do business slightly differently than I've been. That's going to be more efficient, more productive, more whatever it may be. Yes, but you have that ability. So why not take advantage of it?
I'll tell you, Jay, the fun one I got was I was talking to a guy. He'd only been in the business like 3 or 4 years. He was out in Colorado and a small center, 12-laner. And he said, well, they said I should be doing some deep cleaning. And we were just talking because he was asking some other. I said, well, have you cleaned out the track area? And he goes, well, what do you mean the track area? I said, Well, you unscrew those capping and get, you go in there with and vacuum it all out and then wipe those rails down. He goes, what capping? The one you run. So he calls me 2 days later and says, do you know how much dust was in there? I said, well, that means it hadn't been done in a bunch of years. So
I wonder what other treasures he found.
Yeah, it's so usually you find a ton of stuff in there.
There's a lot of crazy stuff under there. You're like, how the hell did this even get here?
But it's a great time to do some deep cleaning and just keep our people working. And I got to tell you, even some of them, like some of our staff at BPA are doing, just call your bowlers and say hello. I mean, just say hello. I'm not here for nothing. I'm here to say hello. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. We miss you, and that's it.
Especially the senior population. Check in on them. Just check in. They would appreciate a phone call like you would not believe.
Absolutely.
So, and if you have Zoom and don't think the seniors aren't technologically advanced because they know how to do this stuff. They're going to tell you that all they do. You could even have a little Zoom like gathering of a league, 10, 12 people from the same league. We're going to have a little happy hour and chat for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So those are some really good ideas, Frank. I appreciate that. What else? I want to look at my notes because I feel like we didn't talk about everything. So you're continuing to support your members through programs that you've developed. And I see that we're aligned on the same pages. I love your program that will do a to-go menu, your graphics, you can customize it for them. Beautiful, beautiful. We did something similar with our Hunger Strikes program, but it's what you need to do for people. They don't know what to do next. They want to sell food, but look, make it so easy. Here's the graphic, here's the menu, just put it online and open your door and start taking calls.
That's been a good one by our Amy's department. And Amy, I was just talking to her this morning. And she did 7 of them yesterday because now people are running out of product and they want to take some off.
They want to change their names.
Just punching them out.
Well, that's a good problem to have right there for sure.
Yeah.
So we talked about that. We talked about the different programs. I want to, what time are we at? 10 after? Well, we're a couple minutes left. So let's do this. What is your favorite story that you've seen from one of your member centers during this time, besides the cleaning under the ball return one? You already learned that one. I need another one.
Sadly, that's probably one of my best ones. But I will tell you, probably my best one is, and I'm not going to say a guy from New York, when he saw all this coming, and their state's been so devastated by this.
It has.
He had, instead of trying to get rid of his food, he just divided it up and sent meat home with all his employees, and literally got all his food down. And what was left, he actually sent to they have it's not a Lord's Diner, but like a care house. Sure. And he got a cab to come and he loaded the rest of it up and he sent down there to that place to get everything out. He said, I'll just start from scratch. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not funny, but it shows how caring our members are to the community that they live in. And how they care about their employees, what they want to do, how can they help? And there are some guys that are, and I know it's bulk, but are still like once a week, everybody just gets together and says hello. They come by the bowl. I know it's like 9 or below, you're not, but they'll distance themselves just like we're all doing. And
there's a safer way to do that.
But there's so many cool things going on. There's just so many, and it's just cool stuff. I don't know if it's all fun, but it's proprietors helping proprietors, proprietor helping employees, proprietor trying to help the community in a crazy time that we live in.
And then it all comes back
there are
to
guys
the community helping the proprietors.
Yeah, there are guys remodeling, bathrooms and stuff like that where they say, hey, I could never do it before. So I love hearing that. And I think we've had such a strong 12 months or 24 months in bowling. We were more prepared for this today than we've ever been prepared in a long time.
Right. I agree with that statement. A lot. I want to take this moment to say, well, first of all, I want to say one more thing, because I noticed that you guys also have been creating things like for social media, like memes and frames that you can put over pictures.
Bowling Strong. Yeah.
Bowling Strong. We did one that says hashtag support bowling, but it's all good.
Yep.
We're keeping bowling top of mind to our customers and to the guests in your community. So when the time is ready to come back to bowling and you can open your doors, they're going to think of you and you're going to welcome them back with open arms. So we are all in this together. So thanks for that. I want to say, first of all, thank you for being a guest with us today. Your knowledge and your participation is invaluable to our community for sure. And BPAA.com has all the resources you need. There's links on there to the SBA Association. There's links on there to other programs that are available. It's very extensive. We have some of those same links on cubicanf.com. So wherever you get them, you get them. I encourage you to look everywhere, right? Because you might find something different flavored here and there.
And Jay, I tell them, and if there's something on there they can't find, call anybody that they know at BPAA, and we'll get on the call with them and figure it out.
No doubt you guys will be on top of that. Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everybody for joining. Take advantage of these programs that are available to you. If you're not sure what to do, call a financial advisor professional, the person you get your loan from. Reach out for help. Even if it's a fellow proprietor, they might be able to help you, right?
Yeah.
Don't
and the
sit
banks,
idle.
Those banks have been great help on most cases.
They have. Most cases. I mean, you might have to wait on hold, but hey, that's today's environment. So
that's today. That's the world we live in.
It is for the moment. All right, you guys, we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep you in the right frame of mind moving forward. That's what the Beyond the Frame broadcast is for, right? Frank Desocio, love you. Love BPAA and all the people and the hard workers over there. We will see you soon.
Thank you, Jay. Have a good one. Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye.